The latest news that's coming in on the front is that Union Minister for Railways Ashwini Vaishnav is all set to visit the accident site, the accident occurring where the Sealdah-bound Kanchanjunga Express was struck from behind by a freight train when it was stationary on the tracks between Rangapani and Nijbari. 3 coaches of the Kanchanjunga Express derailing due to the impact of the collision. Railway authorities have diverted multiple trains to different stations in response to the accident. 5 people have been declared dead. And now the latest we understand is that Union Minister for Railways Ashwini Vaishnav is set to visit the accident site. This even as Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee did take stock of the situation. We have my colleague Kabir Naqvi now joining us with more details. Kabir, that's a quick and a swift response from the Union Minister for Railways.
No, yeah, absolutely right, Krishna. It's going to be, only time will tell how soon will the Union Minister be able to reach the crash site, because he has to travel to Darjeeling and then from Darjeeling towards Siliguri, Ludhiana to that Rangapani station, which is the nearest station. So there is some time before the Union Minister finally makes his way over there. But we just heard our colleague Prashanjit, talk about how the mangled coach still remains suspended in air. The two other coaches that were hit, the NDRF are standing on top of it. They're trying to cut through the metal because there are reports that people might be still inside, so that number could very well go up. Of course, corroborated figures still stand at 5 people that have lost their lives and 20 to 30 people that are at this moment critically injured, not fatally injured. But again, we just got some of those visuals. We'll try and put them across on our screens as soon as possible. The war room footage was just put through. All the railway officials, they're sitting in front of a live screening, a webcast from the crash site. They're taking a look at exactly what's happening. Meanwhile, we also got visuals of how the people, the passengers, they're making a beeline from the lush green farms, right where this accident has taken place. They seem to be walking. Nobody's limping per se, but we've heard reactions from all those people that were traveling in this train. It is, mind you, a passenger train, connects northeast with the rest of the India, and of course it goes through the chicken's neck. That particular corridor, a strategic corridor. It has automatic signals, like you pointed out, Krishna, earlier, but what we're picking up is that the goods train overjumped a particular stop sign, a signal, and rammed into this passenger train from behind. People travel usually to Siliguri, Silchar and Agartala particularly. It is frequented by tourists, a lot of tourist passengers on this train as well. And it is the summers, everybody's heading towards the northeast for a little bit of a relief and reprieve from the sultry summer situation. We can now see from the visuals, Krishna, that a lot more is being done on the ground in terms of the ambulances. I earlier told you that at least 15 are already there now. Because of this Kanchanjunga Express accident, 10 buses of the North Bengal Rashtriya Paribahan Nigam, they have been left to the accident site for the rescue of stranded passengers of the Sealdah-bound Kanchanjunga Express. Again, it was Sealdah-bound, one of those prime spots from where people head towards those various hill station destinations. Also, an additional bus service from Siliguri, Kolkata, and from Siliguri Tenzing Norbe bus terminus is going to be operational from this afternoon to make sure that all the people that are now going to be stranded in the Siliguri subdivision of Darjeeling district can very well make their way back home, whichever way they want to. That's what the government is doing at this point in time. But again, needless to say, in terms of those swift response in action, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav is leaving for Darjeeling. He's going to have to make his way to Darjeeling first. Of course, it seems like by air is going to be the most probable route for him to reach there in speed, in the haste that he'd like. And from there, he'll have to travel to Siliguri. From there, he'll have to travel to the Rangapani station, which is the nearest station to the accident site. So, of course, Krishna, a couple of things that we have to look at. Number one, why did that train overjump that automatic signal? The train was already running at a delay. How soon will the authorities be able to make this track functional again? Because, like I mentioned, it is a very small area, not a lot of tracks, and it's a very strategic point as well. And then, of course, a probable inquiry as to what happens. But the biggest question, according to Prashanjit, who we just heard, the NDRF people that were also getting visuals, the standing spread panic and fear amongst our viewers, but there could be more people.
And a special helpline booth has been set up at the Sealdah station following this collision. And we also understand there's a war room that is being set up in Delhi as well to monitor the situation.
Everybody has seen how the war room looks like. There's a big screen, there's a webcast, the railway officials are sitting over there. I'm sure Ashwini Vaishnav would also have visited that war room in the national capital before making up the decision of, was serious. Not just 3-4 people, good 10-12 people sitting in that war room, taking a look at the live footage of how the rescue and relief operations are being carried out by the NDRF, the Railway Police Force, and the State Disaster Relief Force. Needless to say, action was taken quite swiftly. People have been evacuated with their luggage. There's a shelter that has been created in the madrasa nearby. I'm going to again mention it's Bakri Eid today. People are leaving for holidays. It's the summer vacation for many. It's Bakri Eid. The local community over there on the sidelines, usually the first responders in these suburban, rural areas, countryside train crashes. They have a madrasa over there where a shelter has been created for people to stay. A bus service is going to run from, various parts of Siliguri to various other parts, connecting people to their respective, residential destinations. And of course, 10 buses of the West Bengal Paribahan Nigam. They've been stationed there for people to travel and proper rescue. 15 ambulances that have been stationed there. The Railway Police Force, the NDRF, the SDRF, local authorities, and of course now the Union Minister of Railways, Ashwini Vaishnav, is also making a beeline to the Rangapani station, from where he's going to make his way to the crash site, Krishna. Of course, we'll have to tread carefully in terms of the numbers that are coming out, but at the moment, 5 people that have lost their lives, unfortunately, in this tragic accident, 20 to 30 people that are critically injured, not fatal as per the police sources.
5 people have lost their lives, 20 to 30 people have been injured, not fatal according to police information coming in. This even as we're bringing you the latest. India's Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav was monitoring the situation via a war room set up in the national capital Delhi, and he is now, we understand, on his way en route to Darjeeling, from where he will go to the accident site. Union Minister for Railways Ashwini Vaishnav is set to visit the accident site to take stock of the situation, acting swiftly even as the latest is being monitored via a war room in Delhi. Bear in mind, there's also a monitoring station set up in Sealdah as well. A special helpline booth has been set up at the Sealdah station, and helpline numbers have been putting it up on your screens as well. So we have that happening as well, even as the situation is monitored from the national capital. A total of 15 ambulances and medical equipment have also reached the site of this mishap. We're bringing you the latest on this tragedy involving the Kanchanjunga Express from Agartala, which collided with the goods train near Rangapani, near the new Jalpaiguri station.
यहाँ मतलब हम लोग जब सुबह की आज तो हम लोग का बकरा ईद है, जब हम लोग नमाज पढ़ के बाहर निकले तो हम लोग को मतलब खबर आया कि हमारे यहाँ 2 किलोमीटर अंदर एक ट्रेन दुर्घटना हुई है। तो हम लोग जो है मतलब इसको तो लाइव नहीं देखा, हम लोग सुना, फिर जाकर मतलब जब हम लोग को पता चला, फिर हम लोग यहाँ स्पॉट आके अभी देख रहे हैं। ये तो जो है बहुत, क्या देख रहे हैं आप, क्या नजर यहाँ तो मतलब जो है एक ट्रेन शायद खड़ी हुई थी और एक ट्रेन आके जो है इनसे टकरा गई। शायद एक ही पटरी पे शायद एक ट्रेन खड़ी थी या जा रही थी, शायद स्लो थी, और मतलब एक ट्रेन आ रही थी, आके जो है मतलब ऐसी दुर्घटना हुई है। शायद 1-2 जो है डेथ बॉडी मैंने अभी देखा है। हाँ, वहाँ एक लोको पायलट जो है वहाँ तो अभी अटकी हुई है, वहाँ पे
स्थिति अभी थोड़ा गंभीर है। ये आप देख रहे हैं कंचनजंगा एक्सप्रेस है, ये पीछे यहाँ पे खड़ा था और पीछे से एक मालगाड़ी आके उसको ठोक दिया। 3 बॉगी अभी तक डिरेल्ड हुआ है, 5 फैटलिटी हुआ है, कैजुअलिटी हुआ है 5, अभी तक हम रेस्क्यू कर लिया है। और मालगाड़ी का जो आगे का इंजन है वहाँ पे गैस कटर लगेगा, आरपीएफ भी आगे है, हम लोग लोकल पीएस से आगे है। 5 का मौत हुआ है अभी तक, ठीक है। इंजर्ड हुआ है, इंजर्ड अभी तक 25 to 30 नियरली, बट द इंजुरीज आर नॉट फैटल। वी हैव ऑलरेडी रेस्क्यूड देम विद देयर लगेजेस, एवं एखाने हम लोग लोकल का एम्बुलेंस भी हम लोग अरेंज कर चुके हैं, ठीक है। वो जो पैसेंजर्स हैं हम लोग उन लोग को बाहर निकाल के एक यहाँ पे एक मदरसा में कैंप भी सेटअप किया है, वहाँ पे लेके जा रहे हैं और वहाँ से फिर आगे बास लेके एनजीपी तक लेके जा रहे हैं।
कैसे हुआ था सर इंसिडेंट, कैसे हुआ था?
इंसिडेंट पीछे से मालगाड़ी आके ये कांचनजंगा जो एक्सप्रेस है, मालदा कांचनजंगा एक्सप्रेस है, इसको पीछे से कॉलिशन हो गया, ठीक है।
बहुत जोर से मतलब झटका दिया है, तो जैसे झटका दिया तो सब ऐसे बोल रहा था कि एक्सीडेंट हो गया, एक्सीडेंट हो गया। हम भी चिल्ला रहा था, सब रो रहा था। फिर हम तुरंत बाहर आके देखा कि यहाँ पीछे से एक्सीडेंट हुआ है ट्रेन का। मेरा बोगी में तो मैं एक इंजर्ड हुआ, मेरे सिर में लगा है, बाद बाकी किसी का नहीं हुआ है। ऐसे तो पीछे से देख रहा था 2-3 आदमी आपका क्या डेथ हुआ है, हमें यही देखा है। हाँ, रेस्क्यू किया, अभी मेरे बोला ट्रीटमेंट करने के लिए, अभी आया ट्रीटमेंट करने के लिए।
Shifting focus away from that tragedy, while Delhi continues to grapple with an intense and unprecedented heat wave, people are being forced to deal with a severe water crisis as well. Desperate citizens waiting in long queues and running after water tankers are common sights in most parts of the national capital. Amidst this, the water crisis has also taken a political turn now. BJP workers are holding protests over Delhi's water crisis. BJP MP from New Delhi, Basuri Swaraj, along with party workers, protested against the Delhi government over the water crisis in the national capital. Basuri, while criticizing the Aam Aadmi Party government, said that the Aam Aadmi Party does not have the intention to solve the water woes of the people of Delhi.
कहते हैं नियत हो तो नियति भी बदलती है। बहुत विनम्रता से कहूंगी कि केजरीवाल सरकार की नियत ही नहीं है काम करने के लिए, इसलिए दिल्ली की नियति बन गया है प्यासा मरना। 1 दशक से केजरीवाल सरकार यहां पर सत्ता भोग रही है, लेकिन माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी और उनकी सरकार ने कुछ नहीं करा है। दिल्ली जल बोर्ड का पूरा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, एक पाइपलाइन चरमराती हुई स्टेट में है, और इसलिए क्योंकि कोई मरम्मत इन्होंने करी नहीं है। दिल्ली में इलीगल टैंकर माफिया को केजरीवाल सरकार ऐसा लगता है कि प्रोत्साहित कर रही है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी केजरीवाल सरकार को लताड़ते हुए पूछा कि इलीगल टैंकर माफिया के ऑपरेशन के लिए आपने क्या किया? कुछ नहीं किया। दिल्ली में वाटर वेस्टेज होती है, 40% से ज्यादा पानी ऐसे ही बह जाता है। उसके लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पूछा आपने क्या किया? कुछ नहीं किया। माननीय मंत्री आतिशी जी को यदि प्रेस वार्ताओं से फुर्सत मिले तभी तो वो ग्राउंड पर आकर काम करे। एक बात जरूर कहना चाहूंगी, दिल्ली जल बोर्ड दिल्ली सरकार के नियंत्रण में है। दिल्ली की जनता को पानी पहुंचाने की पूरी जिम्मेदारी केजरीवाल सरकार की है, लेकिन ये अपनी जिम्मेदारी छटककर केवल दोषारोपण करते हैं। आपके माध्यम से बोलना चाहूंगी माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को, माननीय मंत्री आतिशी जी को और केजरीवाल सरकार को आपकी जवाबदेही बनती है। दिल्ली को पानी दीजिए।
Now, Delhi's